Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a special discussion stream as Spanglish and DigiR&T and myself talk about the new banner release in Genshin 4.5 update. Welcome DigiR&T and Spanglish. How you guys doing?
I think we're doing good.
Apparently not. You guys are dying there.
Doing good in this economy.
In this economy, hell, I'm fucking dying already.
We're talking about the Genshin economy.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Here we have Spanglish Comics, which is the meta player. Didn't really know Genshin had a meta, but there's that. We have DigiR&T here as the filthy casual, and then there's me that has no fucking idea what's going on in the game. So let's start with. Can you guys explain to me what the new banner is?
DigiR&T, do you want to take the reins on this one, or should I start?
So I can talk a little bit about it because I just saw the announcement just this morning. I just saw the video after it came out. From when I interpreted off the stream, it's gonna just be a new banner. So I have feelings on that, because in this Chronicle banner, as you know, or you may know, I guess no, you're the person that doesn't know. You wouldn't know. As the person that doesn't know, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, Toucan. Get with the program.
I'm sorry.
You get to epitomize a path towards a character or a weapon, and depending what you epitomize towards, you will get either a character or a weapon. And then if you get pity broken, so you don't get what you epitomize towards specifically, it's only once that happens, and the very next time you will get that person or.
So it's like just the 50-50 with the weapon banner. So like you set the path to the character, like let's say I want Diluc Spanglish. You set the path to Diluc, and then you pull the 80, and then you don't get Diluc that time. So the next time you will guarantee Diluc.
Exactly. This will be your only opportunity ever at Diluc. Yours specifically, Toucan, just you.
Just me specifically.
Exactly.
Everybody else is guaranteed automatically. Just pull once, Diluc. There you go.
So you said you didn't like the idea of it potentially using the same fates as Intertwine.
Yeah, because Intertwine is mostly for limited banners, right?
Yes. Here's why I don't feel it could go either way for me. Right now, I have zero interest in the next two upcoming banners. So sorry for any Ito fans or Chiori fans out there. I do not like Chiori. But like, I have no reason to save now, because the next character I want isn't going to come out for a long time, and they're more than like 99% chance going to be a 4-star. So I have zero reason to save my fates, and this would be a great banner for me to pull on so I can get a character or a constellation I otherwise would have the hardest time getting. That's my take on it.
So here's a thought though. So wouldn't it have been better just replace the permanent banner with the chronicled banner so you could use those free things on that? And yeah, there's nothing currently now in the works, stuff that you want. But if you keep saving and then eventually there's something you do want, you have more than enough to pull for the thing that you want. And
that's exactly what I thought too. Yeah, it would be a better use of Acquaint Fates IMO. Exactly what you just said. But so like if they did implement this banner as a separate banner, obviously the standard banner would just die. So either they're killing the standard banner and replacing it with this, or it's going to be its own that uses different currency. That's the only I see this going around.
I think they should, because, well, again, coming from Honkai, we have that permanent banner like Genshin. However, you could choose a free 5-star once you hit your 300th pull. And these pulls you get they're like the antiquated fates where you could get them naturally just by playing the game. So naturally you'll be pulling in that banner and get up to 300 pulls. So that's how we get a free 5-star of our choice from that permanent banner. So why not implement that kind of thing for Genshin, or at least just replace the permanent banner with the chronicled banner, so everyone can get the 5-star that they want. At least choose one 5-star that they want. You know.
Yeah.
Just from playing the game naturally.
So I do have a well, that's a good idea, but I do want to break unfortunate news that the it's been confirmed that the Chronicle Wish will be using intertwined fates.
No way.
Yeah, it's only intertwined. So, but what Toucan was saying, I hadn't even thought about that. It might just be better just honestly remove the standard banner altogether. Just make it so the Chronicle is the new standard, and we can actually use not the intertwined, but the permanent wish ones on that
Yeah.
instead.
You know what? I thought they were actually going to do. I thought they were actually just going to come up with another currency because gotcha games love just adding random new currencies every now and
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
then. That's crazy. They can actually just use intertwined fates.
You see, so
Oh,
that's
yes,
for me. That's proving my point that it's not. Oh, we're doing this for you guys. You guys should love this. You're doing this because this is gonna make us more money. We're gonna save intertwined fates for later on. Now they don't want to spend it on here, so later on, whenever a character comes out that they do want, they're not gonna have enough. So they're forced to spend money.
yeah. And just I guess on that, like I've been as someone who plays a little too much of this game,
Just a little bit.
my character yeah, just a little bit, you know? As someone who wants to be able to, I guess, use stuff more, make harder content, that way that they would give if it was a new currency, you earn it through there. That
Yeah.
way you get to wish. But no. They're just
But we can't have
not.
nice things.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, nope. And yeah, I guess a little bit I know that DeBrondon covered it a bit about the characters and the weapons. Now, for the characters, I don't know, Toucan wants to scroll down a bit. They've shown they've shown the new character. Well, not the new. They're old. So these, for example, those are the 5 stars. Yeah. So that's the. I guess you could say that's the characters you get to choose from, and then the weapons you get to choose from. But starting with the characters, this is the part where I'm unclear yet. I don't know if, say, because you chart a course, right, for a character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So once you chart a course, you have essentially a 50-50 of getting them. Because if you don't get them, and you lose, you get what's called a fate point. And that fate point, it's kind of like the weapon banner that we currently have. So, except doing twice, it's just once. But I'm not clear if you lose the 50-50, if only these characters are the ones that you get to lose to, or if it's these characters plus the already standard banner characters like Tainari. Yeah. So, I mean, it'd be cool if it was like if you lose, it's just these guys. That way, it's kind of like if you lose the 50-50, you could get Eula or Klee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've established if they're gonna do that or if it's still just an open roster of the pool just got bigger on who you can
I
lose
think this
to.
answered the question too. So if you set your path to Jean and you receive Eula instead, you still get that fate point because that wasn't the one you chose.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why, but that's only if you're targeting like a character like me. I personally, I would target Diluc, right?
You
But
wouldn't
say if I
say.
lose, I would. Now, this is the thing though. Even though this banner is really like something I've been asking for ages, because I really, really want Diluc, and I'm happy for this when I first saw it. But like, if I think about it, um, say if I want Diluc, I chart the course. If this is the pool of characters that I have to lose to,
You get another gene.
right, exactly. I'm getting a Jean, or I'm getting Klee, Eula, Albedo. The only one I'd be okay with losing to would be Mona. So even then, for me, this is still like, I don't want any of these guys. At least the other one, the standard banner, for example, would have Tainari or Dia, which I'm okay losing to. So I don't know if this leaves it open to them also being in this pool, or if it's only these guys that are in the pool of 50-50 losses. That's something I don't think they've stated yet. The only characters that they're putting on here that are like, say, from limited banners like Albedo, Eula, and Klee, these guys haven't reran in ages. So
Yeah, tell me about it.
Albedo
Oh,
it's been
and if
missing.
Albedo and Eula.
if you look closely too, aren't they all what's it called Mondstadt too? So
Yeah,
are
they're all
they're going to
Mondstadt.
do the rotation in Mondstadt for this and then Lil for the next one? Because it would have been better just to have the ones you'd get in the permanent banner. Because like was it Eula, Albedo, and Klee? Those three are all from limited banners versus Mona, Dialuk, and Jean are permanent banner. So I think they're doing a rotation. Looks like for the first one is gonna be Mondstadt, and the next one Leeway. Because wasn't there a rumor about that? They were doing a rotational banner.
Yeah. No, that's the other thing. We don't know how long these banners are going to be up. We don't know if it's going to be the full, say, for example, they're coming in 4.5. We don't know if it's going to be for the entirety of 4.5, meaning Chiori and Ito plus Kazuha and Nouvellette. If it's going to be during all 4.5, or if it's just going to be one phase, then they leave and they don't come back until 4.7 or something. So we don't know their duration. We don't know any of those details. If they're gonna rotate, they're gonna rotate for sure, but we're not sure if they're when and how long the banner is.
See, I really don't like it because with that adds more to this is just a marketing play. It's just a way to get more money. Just because you're rotating it out, Intertwined Fates, you gotta choose. Do I want the permanent banner? I want this one, or if I want the limited one. So they're
Yeah.
making it so you can't save. That either when something comes out, you're gonna be forced to pull. The only way you're not gonna pull is if you already have these characters. If you already have all these characters, that means you're a whale.
Guilty as charged. Well, I'm more of a, but
No, Spanglish,
You
the
don't want
meta
to see how
player is the
much I've
whale.
spent. Let's just say no. I've dug myself too deep, so I can't
So,
leave.
cost fallacy.
So I don't like this.
Exactly.
I don't like this at all.
And the thing is, again, maybe they'll make them like be here for the entirety of first phase and second phase. That way you get to not necessarily save up, but have an opportunity to get the character. Because like we said, if you lose, you get a you lose the 50-50, you're gonna get a fate point. Now, the thing about fate points, they don't transfer. They're like the weapon banner.
Again, it's all going. It's all coming together. I see the big picture, and I don't like the big picture.
Yeah, I'm starting to take back what I said in the beginning about just how I have nothing to pull for right now, and I'm such a monkey that I would just roll anyway most of the time.
Oh no!
And now I'm
Pulse
thinking about it.
dialogue uses Amber.
I have C3 D Luke. Thank you.
Mother of God.
Anyway, I'm just thinking now about how sparse Primo Gems are as a late game player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The slow rate that we get intertwined fates now, outside of like events, like big events. And so yeah, maybe it's not such a great thing.
All right, so those are the characters. So as of right now, for this coming Chronicle banner, we have Viola, Albedo, Klee as the limited ones. You're laughing at me. I said something wrong. Stop laughing at me.
Yola.
Yola.
Yola. Yeet. Ola.
Yeet Yola. Anyways, we have Yeet Yola, Albedo, and Klee as our limited banner people coming to this Chronicle banner. Then we have Mona, Dialuk, and Jean as our permanent ones coming to this. But yeah, so from we hear, we'll be rotation later. But for now, that's what we have. But let's go to the second part of this Chronicled Wish thing, which is the weapon.
Yes. Now this is where I feel we're winning. The weapon banner is definitely an up. Well, the weapon banner that we currently have, it's not the best. It definitely is not. I personally experienced how bad it is. But this is a good option in my opinion. If you are looking to get your character a weapon, this is the way to go. Just because it still follows the same system. You chart the course for a weapon. Now, you may still lose, again, you're gonna get a fate point. But if you look at the current weapon banner, you need essentially two fate points. So you need to lose twice. Here, you just need to lose once, and then you're gonna be guaranteed the weapon that you want. So
Of losing less.
yeah. So that's. But now, this is why they did it. It explains so much. There's two weapons on this banner that are not on the standard, but they were meant for characters that are now on the standard. That is Tainari and Dia. So we have their signature weapons on here. So essentially, they just want you to pull for them here.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll up again for a minute. If I lose, I could get the Beacon of the Red Sea, Songs of Broken Pines. So essentially, these are limited weapons that you could potentially lose to.
So my question with this though is, so both these things will be in the same banner, right?
So yes, that's the second thing. So essentially, the Chronicled Banner is encompassing both the character. Yes, you get characters or weapon. Now the thing is, when you chart a course and you chart it for a weapon, then you are just gonna lose to a weapon or get a weapon. You will not lose to a character. If you chart the course to a character, you won't lose to a weapon, you'll lose to a character. So essentially, yeah, that's saying so. Unlike the standard banner, where you're either gonna get a weapon or a character. It's 50-50. But yeah, this is again, it's the character banner for the Chronicle, not so good in my opinion, but the weapon is definitely an upgrade. And the only thing I guess you could say with either this one or the weapon banner, no, just the weapon banner. So whoever you pull for, say a character or a weapon in the Chronicled banner, pity is at 90. So usually it's not a problem if you're, say, charting a course for Eula. So if you're charting a course for her, no matter if you were wishing limited or here, it's always going to be 90. But for the weapon banner, the limited weapon banner pity is usually 80. Well, not usually, it's 80. So 10 less wishes. So meaning that's why usually people get it at 60, and characters, they usually get it around 70 pulls. But in this one, it's gonna be a firm 90 for the weapons. So, but hey, you're still guaranteed a 50-50 compared to the 37.5 chance on the current limited weapon banner.
So it's real fast right here. So Chronicled Wishes events will be available from time to time. So if they're going to come out with updates, I feel like I would have said it. They said from time to time, so I feel like it could be sporadic, or it could just be like in the middle of an update.
Exactly.
Again, if they put it in the middle of an update, you know what that means. They notice you're saving. Okay, put this in the middle of update. Oh look, a character you always wanted, Dialuk. Why don't you spend your intertwined fates right now and pull him? Pull for him. Go broke. Finally get him. Next banner comes out. Oh, character you really like. Oh, I guess you have to buy some more primos.
Yeah, it's not that good. I mean, it could be if, say, for example, say, oh, I want Dialuk. If the characters were, say, Ayato, Venti, or Dia, then I would be like, oh, this is a win. I could maybe lose to an Ayato or a Venti or something like that, and still chart the course for Dialuk. But these are characters I personally don't want, so it's still a loss. And it doesn't transfer over. So.
Yeah. But yeah, sadly, I think they're very tone deaf right now with everything. I was again not knowing what's going on with Genshin too much, just hearing what I hear. I was interested to see how they tackled the live stream, and just they acted like nothing happened, just kept going, which is fine. I mean, like that's one way to tackle issues like that towards a company, just ignore it and just keep going. When it's an issue like this, where it's a lot of outrage, then you have to at least do something.
Overall, I feel like what I would have done, I would have made it so that's a new mechanic being introduced with the banner. I would have made it so the first one, like, since it's a new banner, you are guaranteed. You don't have to waste a fate point or anything. You are guaranteed whatever charted course you get. That would have made a difference, I feel, with this. So, one, people are pulling on it. Two, it's like something saying, okay, we're gonna give you guaranteed for sure on whatever you want, at least for the first time. That would have been just something interesting.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a win for the weapon. Not too much for the characters. It depends just who you like.
Yeah. But what are your final thoughts, DigiRand?
My final thoughts. I was initially excited, and now, it's just to put it bluntly, I'm
Oh no.
yeah, like the weapon aspect seems cool. The character aspect in hindsight doesn't. I love Jean and Eula and Albedo. I want more of them, but at the same time, do I really need them more if I'm playing on PS4 and I don't do Abyss? You know, um, one day I get a PS5. I will.
No, you gotta get a PC.
Ah,
You can play Genshin on PC with a controller still.
regardless of what I get in the future, I don't think this is great for the game right now. Oh, like final, like I don't think this is great.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep playing because I love the story and I just am so invested into seeing how it all ends. But money wise, I'm not gonna spend money on this. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's pretty much my thoughts too.
At the end of the day, when it comes to games like this, not Genshin, but other games, just you play what you want to play what makes you happy, regardless of what people say to you. Regardless if people don't like the game, you do what makes you happy, and if people bash you for it, then they're the assholes.
Excellent.
I do also want to add, don't go into debt for anything.
Oh,
yes,
Don't go
yes,
into
don't want to
debt.
forget.
Don't be me.
But also keep in mind too, whenever you support, if you're playing a game that you wish had a better state of play, most of the time, how you vote for things is with the dollar. So if just don't spend money. If you love the game but don't really like the changes, I'd say go ahead and keep playing your game. Just don't spend money. And if everyone does that, eventually, like, wait a minute, we're not making money. People are playing. What's going on? And hopefully that will change some things. But usually that's what you have to do. Just vote with your dollar.